it's Rana, and today we have a layout for iron crafters. Our recipe item today is flowers. So I pulled out this gorgeous Simple Stories collection, Life in Bloom, and I'm showing you here I have a ton of stuff left. I've done several layouts with it, but I still have so much stuff. I don't know how I will ever finish this whole collection. I'm going to have to make better choices when I'm buying, I think, because this is just ridiculous. I love every single thing. There was nothing ugly in this collection. It is gorgeous. And I think I show you one sheet of rub-ons and I actually have two packages of rub-ons. Craziness. I pulled out a little bit of ribbon, and then I'm going to show you a couple sheets of paper and just flip through so you can see that, still have a ton of paper as well. So I'm scrapbooking 5 photos today, which I don't normally put 5 photos on a layout, but I kind of wanted to. And actually, if you come back on Sunday for Scrap Lift Crafternoon, I'm going to do 3 more of these photos. Well, I have 3. I think I may narrow it down to 2 based on the original layout. I'll probably have to narrow it down to 2. But I'm using these 5, and I liked every single one. I picked Happy Day, which I'm cutting around so that I can add that in because I want to make sure I have a good place for the title when I decide on how I want the photos. But she was having a happy day, and these little month photo shoots that I did here at my house most of the time. Michelle did a few, but I did most of the time because I have a good place in my sunroom to take pictures that has a lot of good natural light. And so most of the time now, sometimes we did it after she got here in the afternoon to pick her up, but she was having just the best day. She was smiling in all of her pictures, and some of the months I have no smiles, but they're babies, so what are you going to do, right? But this particular day, she was so happy, and I wanted to use all of the pictures. They're so cute. The little dress that she's wearing is from the Capes and Crowns here, or Crowns and Capes. I always get that wrong. The dress is called Flowers for Mom, so I thought that was appropriate for this little recipe challenge of flowers. I'm going to use this fun little eyelet ribbon because it's so delicate and sweet, and I just thought it was going to be a perfect little flower. And I apologize that I'm off screen, but all I did was add my red line tape, run it across the bottom, and then I'm it's actually more of a rosette than it is a flower. But I'm just kind of rolling it in. You'll see here in a minute as it's completely finished, but kind of rolling it in and making it into this little round rosette flower, and then I'll put a brad. And I just want to make sure that if I do my layout like this, I'm going to have room in the center. So that's why I went ahead and made it up, and then just because it is very sticky on the bottom, I just laid it upside down at the top part of my glass mat there so that I have it and I won't forget to use it. So I'm trying to decide. I kind of wanted a place for all of these photos to rest down here. So I have that paper with all the different colors of the collection, and I like how that looks. And I am going to have florals all the way around this sort of wreath kind of shape here that I'm going with. I was just trying to go for a collage, and I'm liking how that's going to work. I want to mat a couple of these, and the papers that I have over there were all scraps, so I didn't cut into any full sheets. I found scraps of everything, and I'm going to use those to mat with for my strip. The only thing that I used a full sheet of was the background yellow there. I've recently just done a pink and yellow layout, and I don't know, it's just I've been in the mood for pink and yellow or what, but this one kind of tended more towards pink and yellow, although there's more colors in the collection, so there's more colors in the layout in the end, but it's kind of heavily pink and yellow also. So I had mats from the scraps, and that worked out using my little Tim Holtz guillotine trimmer to mat with, like I always do. Now, normally, I always pop up my photos, and I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm going to leave them all flat, and I think just because I wanted them overlapped and yeah, around each other like this. I didn't want them to be matted. However, I do still, I mean, not matted, but popped up. I do feel like they are still definitely in the foreground, and they are going to stand out well on this layout, even in the end. So I'm happy with the choice to do it this way. I liked overlapping a few and having a few that were, not completely overlapped. My little square there in the center did end up a little bit smaller than what I originally thought it was going to be, but it worked out. And this little rosette here that's going to go in the middle does not cover up anything important in the photos. There was kind of some dead space in each of them at that point, so that part was fine, not a big deal. I'm going to choose one of these little, well, they're not brads because they don't have the um, thing that pokes through, but they're sticky brads. And I picked one that was black with polka dots. It's hard to tell in the video because my light is so bright and it just makes a glare on the shiny brad, but it is black with polka dots, and I liked how that looked. So I am going through all of the things. I'm going to mostly use ephemera, which, is kind of my go-to. I mostly use ephemera, and I'm going to pull out flowers to tuck in behind to have some overlapping. You can see I've already used these. Some of them are cut. Some leaves and some flowers kind of all the way around. I left in quite a bit of this, deciding because I don't know, I just wanted you to see it, I guess. I eliminated all the great big clusters of flowers and went for more of the single ones that I thought would fit. Obviously, the great big ones don't fit as well just because, they're so big, and I have 5 photos on here. Now, what I want to do, and you're going to see how I make this work here, but I have 5 photos and I wanted to have 5 embellishment areas. I'm counting the little rosette in the center as one, and I'm going to have 5 areas, and everything's in each area is going to kind of touch. I did want to use the florals that were already cut because I cut them last time, and I wanted just to get them on a layout and have those used up. I chose bigger florals over on the left-hand side because I did leave more space on the left-hand side. And then above the right-hand side photo, there's plenty of space because there's only 2 photos there. That was, intentional, so I would have areas to embellish. Just kind of popping it around. I left in more of my decision making, and this is, I'm going to admit here, sped up 3.5 times. So as slow as this looks to you, in real life, it's even slower. This is just my process. I know that there are people who can pop things down and decide on it, and it's there and they like it. For me, it takes forever. So I did go off screen and glue everything down because you definitely don't need to look at that. That's terrible. I add foam tape behind the edges. So the leaves get some foam tape, the tops of the petals get some foam tape, and then it's pressed flat. Like the photos that are going under the photos, those are pressed flat. The stem under the photos that go under the flowers that go under the photos, those are, they are flat to the page. Just the outer edges are popped up. And that's what I was kind of trying to show you. I tried to add this sticker in because I thought, oh, this little bunch of leaves needs some flowers too, but I didn't like it. It's a small flower on great big leaves, and I didn't like it. So it is not going to end up with a flower there. But I'm going to go through the little sticker sheet. This is the sticker sheet I think I got like as a bundle, or the sticker book. I'm not a huge fan of the sticker books. I love that there's so many different things in it. And I tend to use the little words, the little phrases, the tabs, those kinds of things. But I hardly ever get all of those used up. Well, I've probably literally never gotten all of those used up. I still have probably every sticker book that I've ever purchased, because I can't get them all used up. So I don't know if I need to do some stash busting and just make it a priority to use everything in a sticker book one time and see what happens. But it's an issue for sure. So I've kind of got my clusters down, and you can see that there are 5 areas, and I like how that looks. If I had 3 photos, I wouldn't have had, most of the time, I wouldn't have had so many areas of embellishment. But I really felt like it needed it. It doesn't take away from the photos at all. The photos are really popping because of the embellishments that I added. And that one had too thick of foam tape, so I switched it out for the 1mm. But it's still missing something. So I'm kind of looking, I'm counting my 5 places. Yes, that all works. Everything's touching. It's not that I need more because I need things to touch. I need more because I needed just a few small elements. So I had some hearts pulled out, and I make my decisions based on that and add those in. I did pop up the little heart, and the big heart was flat with the page. Added to that one down there by the title. And here's my final touch. I add a few more of these brads in, and I'm going to add 5. There'll be 5 in the end here, just to kind of finish it up and then accent each of the little areas there. I added a larger one by the leaves, and then I still need one more. I'm not liking it like it is. I don't do the top cluster. Instead, I just do this one down here. And that worked out fine. I think that works. So there is a playlist in the description box below with everyone who is playing with flowers today. And who doesn't need more flower inspiration, right? It's so fun. I know the ladies will all have amazing layouts, and I can't wait to hop along and see what everybody created. Thanks so much for joining me today. I appreciate you. If you have not yet subscribed, definitely click that button. I would love to have you. And any comments, I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.